Good morning, Nigeria. It's a new week and the last week of November. So excited to be reaching the last phase of 2024. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Ways Breakfast, hashtag What Are You Saying, the premier platform for thought-provoking discussions on critical issues shaping Nigeria's future. I'm your anchor, Okikiola Taiwo Jalukmo, and I'm here alongside my precious sisters and co-anchors to explore a very timely and important topic. Is youth activism reshaping Nigeria's political landscape? From the streets to the universities, young Nigerians have been making their voices heard, demanding change and calling for accountability from their leaders. But is this surge in youth activism having a real impact on the country's politics? If you want to follow this conversation and all other discussions, tune in every Monday morning to Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Upgrade TV. Well, if I don't give you, how will you take it? I'm here to introduce you to the most intelligent ladies you find on planet Earth. Graceful mornings, your royal highnesses.
Good morning, Okiki.
Good morning, Kiki.
You're always laughing at my introduction. What is it?
Because there's this beautiful vibe you bring in, the way you usher us in. It's making me feel like, am I really as big as that? Like,
Yes, now. You're
Thank
big.
you.
In my
That's really
hand, you're
nice.
big. To God, you're nothing but a pencil in the hand of the creator. So how are you guys feeling this morning?
I'm good.
Because
I'm wonderful.
I'm so happy
I've not
to
been
have
here
you
for
back.
like.
I've
Thank
been
you
stuck
so
with
much.
this lady for too long.
Too long?
Yes, I'm so
Chai.
happy.
See finish.
So now
See finish. That's what I'll call
So
this.
you, how are you doing? Tell me.
Oh
Like
my
the
God.
color of my clothes indicates
Come on.
I'm as bright and yellow as the sun and ready to take over this week.
God, I beg. The things I hear this morning.
That's it.
That's so beautiful. Well, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV, click the subscribe button and like now. Share the link. Well, we'll go on a break right now, and when we return, we'll take you through the top stories across the globe. Stay with us. Sure glad to have you back from that break. Before we go straight into today's papers, we want to say a very big happy birthday to Chetachi. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chetachi. I really love you so much. I mean, you've been doing good things, not just to me alone, but to Prophet Asa. So, courtesy to him, happy birthday to you.
Welcome to your best year yet,
Yes,
Chetachi.
yes. Chetachi, I hope you're watching this. I'm sure you're watching this. Please stay with us till the end of today's show. Don't run away.
Stay put.
Well, today we'll be highlighting the top stories from the Daily Trust, Punch newspaper, New York Times, and The Guardian. We'll start off with the New York Times.
All right. So a quick one, by the right side of the newspaper, we have the firms are going to lobby Trump over his tariffs, fight for exemptions, right? By the left side of the newspaper, we have the priest, the pop star, and the mayor power broker. Beneath that, we have hacked by China, longer known tough to expel. So the last headline of the newspaper says, breathing in oil might seem crude near a climate summit. So the headline I want to quickly touch on is the firms going to lobby Trump over his tariffs. So we have Trump as the 47th president doing the big things. Let me quickly read details of that story. And it says, during his first term, President Trump imposed high tariffs on many products coming from other countries like metals, we have machineries and clothing. Right? His goal was to hurt foreign factories, push companies to make more products in the United States and change the way global supply chains worked. So I like it. I like his idea, but again, is this something that would really work? Because if you're saying that goods that are imported into the country, like let's say goods from China now that is being sold in the U.S., right? And you're putting heavy taxes on them. Trust me when I say that the people that are going to get it are the citizens of the United States. So if the price of those goods becomes so high, how do they end up purchasing? So I understand that he wants to make money, he wants to generate income, he also wants to change the supply chain and all of that. I mean, some other companies now outside the United States will start thinking of bringing their products and, you know, everything here and there in the United States. But I don't think that's like the right idea, given that, I mean, look at the companies now. They have to now start crying that, okay, this tariff you're imposing on us is something that we cannot pay. Because how do you want to pay for taxes when, I mean, taxes are like something that you pay when you have like your incomes and all of that. So imagine I'm not selling, then what am I going to pay to you? So I just hope that, you know, there's an exemption that they brought in, an exemption pattern where they have to speak to their lawyers. As the companies now, they have to speak to their lawyers or to the lobbyists, so that they can help them get, you know, exemption tax, in the sense that most of these goods now that is now brought in from China to the United States. So some of these goods are exempted from paying tax. But I don't think that's still the way forward, because if I have probably 4 or 5 machineries here and it's only 2 that is exempted from tax imposition and all of that, then the remaining 3, if I don't end up selling them, that means I have to now pay from my hard-earned money, pay for taxes that I'm not even seeing the income. So I don't see that as a solution. So I just hope that they find better solutions on how. I mean, for me, I would just say that you should look through all the products that they have and try as much as possible. Whatever tariff that is imposed on them is something that the companies can pay, even when they don't have like enough buyers. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so yeah, that's all I have for you on the New York Times.
Very interesting. I think that tax thing is something that was very prominent during Trump's former administration.
Yes,
so it's now coming back even with this one, and it's one of the issues and problems people had before having him. And it's so quick, like, sir, you've not been sworn in. All right, the major headline for the Punch newspaper reads, reps may clash over Tinubu's $2.2 billion fresh loan Tuesday. Loan is an extra burden on government, Nigerians Minority Caucus warns. We will approve loan and ensure it is not diverted, says deputy spokesman. Tinubu may present budget this week, says Senate. Interest rate hike likely again as MPC meets today. Presidency tackles Kuka for tagging Tinubu accidental leader. Upgrade, this course may move 3 million subscribers to estimated billing. Zenith Bank ushers in Yuletide with Lagos street light up. PDP governors 24 states chairman plotting to keep Demagogue. Police hunt Ogo woman for dumping child outside clinic. Oyedepo's jets can't leave private airstrip without clearance, says Keyamo. And of course, let me just talk a little bit on the major headline that talks about loan. We have had a lot of back and forth with this loan thing. $2.2 billion is a lot of loan. Let me read the full story I saw on the Punch website. It says, loan is an extra burden on governments, Nigerians, minority caucus wants. We will approve loan and ensure it is not diverted, says Deputy Spokesman. A showdown looms in the House of Representatives this week between lawmakers elected on the platform of the ruling party and their opposition counterparts over the $2.2 million loan, that's 1.77 trillion naira loan request by President Bola Tinubu. And this is as the deputy spokesman of the House has declared that the Green Chamber will have no trouble approving external borrowing requests from the president. And I think that these frequent loans that we've been having, it is just, I don't know how to explain it. It's a lot of stress and a lot of burden on the economy itself. And the reason why we have our ears standing when they talk about loans is because we know the current state of our country and we know that we're not even seeing the correct use of these loans. We're not seeing the effectiveness as such. And then we're not having it coming back like over and over again. And we're talking big numbers. Trillions of naira is a lot of numbers. And it's just happening with this current administration over and over again. We thought it was just a state governorship thing, but now we're seeing it on the federal level. I do not know which body is responsible for really regulating these things and monitoring it so that accountability can become a word that can be true in this country.
Well, talking about accountability, I want to just quickly take one story from the Guardian newspaper, and it mentioned deviant contractors yet to deliver projects worth 74 billion naira. 74 billion naira
Huge
worth
figures
of
again.
projects. Huge figures again. And when you were mentioning accountability, I just kept on thinking, how do you keep contractors accountable to projects meant for the betterment of people. And then they will take this money and not do projects because that's like the regular thing they do. Or sometimes they stretch a particular contract 6-10 years, maybe a contract that should just take a year.
Counterfeit contracts.
Yes,
that
exactly.
74 billion can be maybe 2 billion naira worth of contract they will eventually do.
So I think we should be accountable as Nigerians, and also we should be able to hold public leaders. We should also be able to hold ourselves accountable generally. But this is all we have for today's newspaper. If you want to read other